What up, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? I hope y'all are getting shit done. Hope you're doing the things. I hope you're, still prepping and getting ready for the things that may come and may not come. We just don't know. Don't know when, where, how, but we got a pretty good idea. Anyway, I wanted to touch on something this morning. This goes out to a certain person, but I'm not going to mention no names. Okay. Um, but this is for everybody. So I got a little story I want to tell, and I'm gonna kind of roll it around on a couple of things here. When I don't know, I was about 23, 24 years old, somewhere in there. I was married. Man, I was doing the things, bro. My biggest thing is back then is I was fishing, like literally like fishing like 300 days a year, like 3, 4 times a week. We seriously were fishing that much, man. I'd worked a graveyard shift back then, and I went and so when I would get off at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd bring my boat with me to the plant, and I worked at a box plant. We put together the cardboard corrugator plant, and put the boxes, put the print on them, the folds, all that stuff, the glue, yada yada. Okay. Well, when I get off work in the morning, I'd go fishing, right? So, okay, where I'm going with this is that I had a cousin, right? That's right, I said I had a cousin. So I had a cousin. He's in his senior year, and he started reaching out to me. He's like, man, I want to go fishing, Billy. I want to go. Let's go fishing, man. I really want to go fishing with you. And yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, man. I had a couple of fishing buddies and stuff that we fished pretty hard and everything. And this, my cousin. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's my cousin. We spent a lot of time growing up, and me and him had been fishing before, but during this particular time, man, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I've always been honest about these things. I was on that meth real bad, man, and fuck, man, and that's probably one of the reasons why I was able to fish 300 days a year. Work all night, freaking fish all day, get a nap, and yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to tell to this particular person that I'm speaking to today is that about a week later, after the last phone call that I got, the next phone call that I got was from my mama. My mama said, "Brother has hung himself." We called my cousin brother. That was his nickname. That's just what we called him. My mama had said he had hung himself. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It still hurts today. In case you can see this, I'm sure you can tell my face here. I'm getting upset about it now. That was back when I was like 25. Like back in the 17th century and shit. Yeah, man. I feel he was reaching out to me, and I've carried this with me all the way up until today. You know, um, man, we lose people. We go through things in our life, man, that it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to deal with, man. I've dealt with that my whole life, like honestly, because I feel he was reaching out to me, and I didn't respond. So I kind of honestly feel like it's partly my fault that he's no longer alive. And what's even more sad about that situation? Well, I don't necessarily mean more sad, because that's about the saddest thing that can be, that he took his own life. The saddest thing, one of the bad things about it is that he received a full paid football scholarship from the University of Kentucky. He was a pretty healthy young man. He's a little over 6 foot. About 225. He had won all state in his position in football. Yeah, he was pretty salty. He's a pretty salty young man, young himself. The reason doesn't really matter. I mean, but I'll tell you, it was over a girl. It was over a girl. I'm gonna tell you, man. There's no telling what he could have been. I can't tell you what it did to his family, us, his mother, my aunt, my uncle. It ruined their life, man. So we all have burdens, man. We all have them things that we have been through. I took you know, I took that. I've dealt with that my whole life. I feel that I'm partly to blame, I guess, because he was reaching out to me and I did nothing. So I made it a promise that I would always reach out. That when I felt like somebody was reaching out to me or reaching out, I would always say something. I would always make sure to get involved. And y'all, you know the reason why now. So, guys and gals out there, we go through hard times, man, especially with all the shit that we see now. God dang, man. The shit we see coming, the shit that they're implementing, the things that are going on. Life can get tough, man. Life can get hard. Life can get real hard. But you got to pull your bootstraps up and learn and do better. You've got to grab that strength. My email's in the deal, and I know sometimes I'm bad about looking at my email. But I'll tell you, anybody that is going through something and just needs an ear to listen, hit me up. I'll listen. I don't ever want to go through what I went through with my cousin, with any of you guys, man. I don't want to find out that that I could have said something maybe to help. So we all have that. We all have them burdens, man. We all have that stuff that seems like we just can't let it go because, I'll be 55 in September, man, and I still have never let that go. Never let that go. That's something I live with probably the rest of my life, man. I know I've talked to people about this. They've said, "Oh, backwoods, you may not could have done anything." Well, I couldn't do anything because I didn't. Okay, so yeah. We all have them burdens. Sometimes, man, you got to accept what happened. You have to accept what the world offers and what the world brings. And sometimes that's death. Sometimes that's things that we have to see in our lifetime that's horrible. But you have to stand up, pull your bootstraps up, and remember those around you. They need you too. That's all I got for today. Remember, when you prepare your mind properly, things will fall into place. Backwoods out.